basics of the human face. So, to draw a human face, you have to draw out a rough sketch, first of all. So, you know, every human face has eyes, mouth, ears, a neck, and obviously a head. So, the human, we need to start off with a sort of circle. So, a sort of circle shape. Doesn't have to be perfect, you know. You don't need it to be amazingly good. So just a simple circle. And skulls are often just made a circle with a bit in front. So that's what we do then. So then add. It's almost like a rectangle, but it's not quite rectangular. Yeah, so you sort of add a bit to the front. There you can see it's the chin, forehead, sort of eyes, and you then have the neck that slopes down the back. Anyway, so once you've drawn that, you can rub out maybe this middle line here. You won't need that. You put the centre line in, which is the sort of middle of the face, so the centre line goes down the middle of the face. And then you can put a cross line in, which obviously represents the middle of his face going across. So that's where his eyes would be, so that everyone's eyes is in the middle of their head. So, you know, in between there and there is his eyes. So you'd have his eyes there. So when you first start learning to draw faces, it is very important to master the overall shape. I can also do a sort of oval on this side, which sort of represents the flat side of the face. So you can see here's the chin, neck. Maybe make the neck a bit thinner because that neck looks quite thick. And there you have it, a sort of rough outline of the face. Now, before you start going into detail, you should practice doing the angles of the face. Well, you should practice doing different angles of the face, yeah, first, so you can get a real sort of feel for the anatomy of the face. So just keep on practicing it. So just remember, it all starts off with a ball. So say I'm going to do someone looking side on, so sort of side on their face. So ball. So remember, you need that front bit. And I always think of it as sort of like a added extra, a bit like sort of this shape added onto the ball. Sorry, that's going sideways, but it's sort of like that shape added onto the front. So that, a bit like that, yeah. So you can see now how that starts to form a skull. And then obviously you have your nose, so you can put the centre line in again. And you can see the neck curves around from underneath. Might be a bit thinner, there you go. And the nose, you'd have the ear, the eye, the natural hairline, which will then go down to there. See, that's a rough face. So you just gotta, and you can also do that if you want, but you can put, so let me just show you a few more. So you've got like that circle there, and the face is going to be from behind, so it's sort of a bit like from behind, so his neck comes out from behind. Now the centre will be there, and you see he has his nose. You sort of see that. So you just got to practice, just doing all sorts of different angles, and then you can start making necks twist. So this guy looks as if he's sort of looking over his shoulder a bit. Just like looking towards me, sort of going this way, sort of coming that way. And you see his ears there. See what I mean? So you can see, just by practicing that maybe every now and then in your sketchbook or whatever you draw on, you can improve massively. And you've just got to get used to the anatomy of the face. So I mean, so you can do it from all sorts of different angles. You can even do it really awkwardly, sort of looking up roughly at him. If you get what I mean, so like his chin is like there, and he's looking up. Or you can do it looking sort of angled at him, you get what I mean, so sort of, say, forehead. You can sort of do, not quite that, no, looking down, that's the one, so angled down, so his face is sort of angled down, which means that actually that will be a bit smaller. Yeah, so you'd have a smaller head here. See what I mean? And then once you've done all, obviously these developed sketches, you can then start to develop them a bit more, you know, sort of outline this, sort of rub out that, you can sort of make, you know, the chin area more prominent. And then obviously you then start to line out where each bit of it goes. Yeah, so I'll just show you a demonstration of where each bit goes. You know, why we have these lines and all these different things and stuff. Let me just draw you a head. Very big chinned person, but anyway. Let me just show you. So we have the centre line down the middle. We've got these across, sort of like that, so just a cross basically, an add sign in the middle of the head, yeah, and then you mark out the nose, the line, so below the middle line there's a nose, so that's where the bottom of the nose is, so when they do your noses, I often do two lines to represent the mouth, so that's where the bottom of the mouth is, near the chin, and that's where the top of the mouth is. You can also, I do an eyebrow line, so that's where the eyebrows sit. And sometimes I do a line below the middle line, which shows the bottom of the eye. I also do a sort of arch, roughly where I think the hair will sit. So the hair will sit roughly there, so like all the rest of this will be covered in hair, and that will just be the hairline, if you know what I mean. And then, so you must understand that the ears go from the eye level, so the centre line, down to the nose line. So you sort of go like that. You know, right? Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, the ears go from the eye line to the nose line, and that's pretty much it. That's what all the lines represent. So you know, by doing this, you can build up to actually doing the face. I also do a V on the neck with a little bulge in the middle. So these represent your tendons on the neck, and then obviously you got the bulge in the middle. For if it's a boy, obviously they'll have an Adam's apple. If they're old, if they're young, they won't. But if they're older, they will. See, you're starting to take shape, and then you can sort of do the eyes, and then you can do the nose, and then do the mouth. And then do the hair, and you can do the ears. The head won't be that big, it's a bit smaller, it's a bit big, that head. Just about the top of that. There you go, and sometimes I draw a little dot where the king's crown is of the woman, so I mean the man or the woman, so when you draw the person out, you can sort of do all the hair coming from that area. So that is how to practice and draw the start of the human face. Thank you for watching, guys. This is Mr. T, over and out.